Hi there and welcome to Mr. T's Maths. In this video I'll be showing you how to factorize quadratic expressions where the coefficient of x squared is greater than 1. So previously we have looked at the quadratic expressions where a was equal to 1, okay, and that was very easy to factorize. We look at c, and we basically try to find two numbers that multiply together give you c, and when added they give you the value of b. Okay, however, in this case when a is greater than 1 you can use a different method. So first of all you have to multiply a and c, so you have to find the product of ac. Okay, ac here is 2 times positive 6, which gives us 12. Okay, so now you're looking for factors, okay, of 12. Well, two numbers actually multiplied together to give you 12, but when added, all right, they have to give you minus 7. Okay, so you can have a go at this. All right, I already thought about this, so it's minus 3 and minus 4. Okay, minus 3 times minus 4 actually gives you positive 12. However, if we add these two numbers, we see that we find negative 7. Okay, so that's basically how we can actually factorize this. So we are by observing, we know that by factorizing a quadratic expression we end up with double brackets. Okay, so we kind of work backwards. Okay, so we have to think of how can we split this term. Okay, well, this middle term, all right, this middle term is the result of adding together negative 3, okay, x, and negative 4x, and we just copy 6 and we just copy this term here to x squared. All right, brilliant. So what's the next step? The next step, all right, we have to observe the first two terms here. If you look closely, 2x squared minus 3x, okay, you can see that there is a common factor, and that is x. Okay, so just ignore the rest of the terms. Now x, we factorize these two. X is the common factor. Okay, 2x squared divide x, you are left with 2x, and then minus 3x divide x is minus 3. All right, and now you focus on these two terms, the last two terms, minus 4x plus 6. And again, you have to factorize these two terms, and your aim is to end up with the same. Once you factorize these two terms, you should end up with the same bracket. Okay, so if you take a look closely, the common factor is minus 2 here. So if you factorize minus 2, okay, minus 2 times 2x will give you this term minus 4x, and then minus 2 times minus 3 will give you positive 6, and ta-da, we end up with, okay, 2x minus 3, 2x minus 3. Why is this great? Well, if you actually, let's just change the color to make this a bit more obvious. If you actually look closely at this, this is one term, okay, and this here is another term, okay, and what can you say? What can you observe about these two terms? They both have in common 2x minus 3. So try to think, if you don't get this, just try to replace 2x minus 3 with another letter, okay? 2x minus 3 is basically the common factor in these two terms. So now you have to think that the common factor is 2x minus 3, and you factorize. Okay, if you factorize, if you take 2x minus 3 as a common factor, you are left from this first term, you are left with x, okay, and from this second term you are left with minus 2, and there it is. Okay, the product of two brackets, 2x minus 3 times x minus 2. Okay, and if you actually want to check this, all right, 2x times x will give you 2x squared. Okay, 2x times minus 2 will give minus 4x, minus 3 times x is minus 3x, and then minus 3 times minus 2 is positive 6, and this actually can simplify, well, actually simplifies to 2x squared minus 7x plus 6, which is what we had in the beginning. Okay, so there it is. Remember, okay, you have to find the product of a and c, and from there the procedure is kind of similar, okay, to what we did previously when a was equal to 1. I have another example for you here. Okay, please feel free to pause the video and try this on your own. Remember that maths is learned better when you try things, exercises on your own. Yeah, so feel free to pause, have a go at this, and then you can quickly check your answer. Yeah, I'll try to go a bit faster about this example. Okay, so remember, we have to find the product of a and c. ac is 6 times minus 3, which is minus 18 in this case. So if I'm going to write here minus 18 on the side, we have to find two numbers that multiply together give minus 18. That's minus 9 times 2, okay, minus 18. And when added, all right, minus 9 plus 2, okay, we end up with this minus 7. Okay, so the idea is to split minus 7. Alright, minus 9x plus 2x, that's where this minus 7x comes from. Okay, we copy the other two terms, 6x squared. Okay, and the next step is to pair these terms up. Yeah, so 6x squared minus 9x, factorize. The highest common factor in this case is 3x. 3x times what number gives us 6x squared? That's 2x. Alright, 3x times what number gives minus 9x? That's minus 3. Okay, and now plus, well, if you look closely, you already have 2x minus 3. We should have the same in the bracket. So it's as if you are factorizing 1. You don't really need to write it, but there is a 1 here. 1 times 2x minus 3. Okay, so now, as I said before, you have to look at these as two factors. What's the common, sorry, not two factors, two terms. Okay, what's the common factor? Okay, the common factor is 2x minus 3. Okay, the bracket times 3x. Okay, plus, well, what's in front of this bracket here? There is a 1. Okay, so plus 1. And this is the final answer. Finally, I'm going to go over 3x squared minus 17x minus 28. So let's go ahead and factorize this one. Again, AC, all right, we first have to find this AC term. 3 times minus 28 is minus 84. Okay, go ahead, use your calculators, okay, or just do it on the side quickly. Minus 84, so minus 84. Now you might have to try a few times here to just divide. So just divide minus 84 into different numbers until you find a pair that gives you what you're looking for. Yeah, so the product is minus 84 and the sum is minus 17. Okay, I have already done this one, so it's minus 21 times 4, which gives us minus 84, and when we add these two numbers, okay, we end up with minus 17. So brilliant. We have to split this 17x into minus 21x, okay, plus 4x. Right, so here we are just working backwards actually on expanding double brackets. That's all we are doing. Yeah, we group the first two terms, the last two terms, and now we have to find common factors. The highest common factor between 3x squared and 21x is 3x. Okay, 3x times x gives 3x squared, or you can think of it as division. Minus 21x divide 3x, you're left with minus 7 divides 3x, yeah. Okay, and then plus the common factor here, 4x and minus 28 is obviously just 4, okay, and then we end up with x and minus 7. Alright, again remember that you have to look for the common factor of these two terms now, yeah. So the common factor is the bracket itself, x minus 7 times, and we have 3x from there, 3x and positive 4 from here, yeah. And go ahead, if you actually expand this, you will see that you get this expression right there. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you understood how to factorize this type of quadratic expressions where a is greater than 1. Okay, I'm leaving you with this example, 4x squared minus 29x plus 7. Have a go at it and leave a comment with your answer, okay, and I'll just let you know whether it's correct or not. Yeah, okay, thanks a lot for watching it.